What's going on, RC? What is happening? Yeah, I just want to get in. I was out doing yard work today. I didn't even know I was going to get it. I thought the game was coming on a little bit later. I thought the game was supposed to come on at like 3 or something. But just watching a little bit of it. Watching a little bit of it. Not really seeing too much. Trying to figure out each other. Kelsey Mitchell, she was ice cold in the first half. Tried to heat up in the second, hit a three. But it's preseason, so you're gonna get what you're gonna get. So um, yeah, I just popped on at halftime. I got in. It was almost halftime when I finally turned it on. So I'm just not getting into it. So I figured I'd hit the stream and just go with it. So yeah, they Kaylin's not playing. She in her street clothes on the bench. So kind of saw that coming. So whatever she got going on, they just being cautious. It's not uncommon. Not uncommon at all. A lot of people was kind of going crazy about it, but I don't think it was a. It's definitely not that big of a deal. Let me close Photoshop. There we go. Let's look at the box scores real quick because it looks like Lexi Hall is having the best game so far. Um, let's see. There we go. Indiana, Dewana Bonner and Natasha Howard is having a game, and Sophie Cunningham's got 12. So she's been balling. Lexi Hall's got 4. Aaliyah Boston's got 5, and Leah Boston's got 5 rebounds. Natasha Howard has 8 rebounds, 8 boards. That's crazy. So she's been balling. Aaliyah got 5, 2, 2. Sophie's got 4. Kelsey Mitchell's only got 5 points. She is 1 for 11. And she is 1 for 7 from 3. So she's just been cold and don't put too much into it. It's preseason. They're supposed to go through their ups and downs. So yeah, I'll probably do that game tomorrow. But it's just like I said before, man, this is you got a lot of paper tigers, man. You got a lot of paper tigers. You get like Indiana looks great on paper and a lot of promotion and a lot of hype for the new season. But until they like right now, until we see them play together, and right now, just looking, um, I already like Natasha Natasha Howard better than Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston should be just beasting on folks, and she doesn't. How you missed that? Natasha Howard just she 11 years in the league and out hustling all these young ones. So I can already see right now Natasha Howard is going to be the difference maker. Sophie Cunningham is making her presence known. She been out there hustling. So I saw one time it was Dewana Bonner. It was kind of like a cut play, and Kelsey Mitchell cut it perfectly, and Dewana Bonner didn't pass her the ball. It was like that was your shot. You gotta. And that's just kind of getting comfortable with your teammates and stuff like that. So, uh, so yeah, we'll see. A lot of just running around. I like Stephanie White. I think she's a good coach, but I don't want this to be the Indiana Sun. You know what I'm saying? So they got some. They got to get some stuff together. And right now, the Mystics is giving them the business. You only watched the first 5 minutes, yeah. Like I said, I just turned this on at halftime, and then I started streaming. Mitchell with the three, nice. Get yourself in control. Well, I like that. I like that they're moving. Natasha Howard, seen enough for you. Sit down. We ain't got to see you for the rest of the game. Dewana Bonner has to get comfortable. But I like her presence down low. I like her down there better than Leah Boston, to be honest with you. But Aaliyah Boston's going to give you a little bit more movement because she's just younger. Nice. Good shot, Lexi. Good assist by Aaliyah Boston. Top of the key. Bonner's on it. I don't know. I got to learn the Mystics. I don't know who got the ball. I don't know what her name is. That's Sonia Citron. That's Kiki. Citron's got the ball. She dishes it out to number 5. They throw up a lucky shot. Shot clock violation. Good defense by Indiana. Let's see if they can take the lead. One possession game. Let's see if they can take the lead. They haven't had the lead all game, and they finally coming alive in this third quarter. Just showed the replay with Lexi Hall. I hate when Aaliyah Boston is so far up top. She's not going to do anything. She can't dribble. Good hustles, man. There go Aaliyah Boston. Just good block. That was a good block by Bonner. Sophie Cunningham is. I like her hustle. Oh, she pushed off big time. She pushed off big time. She grabbed her damn elbow and tried to push it down. That was ugly move by her. She almost jacked herself up too. She came down weird on her leg. Good pad. Oh, come on. Get her out. Lexi Hall. I think they bang knees. Get her out. Her and Sykes. She stay in? Yeah, she stay in. Looked like she tweaked her I don't know if that was her lower calf. No, her lower shin. I don't know what she hit. Could have been an ankle. I don't know. Bonner, you don't know. I like the move, but Bonner does not have enough strength to go up and bang like that. She too light. I would rather her pop up and take a jumper because she got the height advantage. All right, we got all right, tie game. Not a tie game anymore. I'm looking at my computer and I'm looking at the television, and there's about a 30-second difference. So it's Washington already got the lead again. 3-point shot. Good shot. Sophie handling the ball. I don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't know about that call, but they gave it to Leah. They was both fighting, hand fighting, jockeying for position. And she tried to wrap her arm, and it looks like Aaliyah wrapped her arm, tried not to get wrapped. So Sykes can't hit and jack. Sophie taking it back down the court. Take it, take it, take it. Brings it back out, kicks it back out. Aaliyah up top. Back to the corner, Lexi Hall. Kicks it back out. Good move. Good pass by Aaliyah Boston. Good cut by Sophie Cunningham. Good baseline cut by Sophie. Sykes went in the weeds with Dewana. She wasn't having it. Another good pass. Damn, you got to make that shot. You 4 feet from the damn basket. Make the shot. Jeez. This shot's in the paint. Minute left. Less than a minute left in the third. Oh, that was a good pass by Leah Boston. Good cut by Sophie Cunningham. Great pass. Good finish. Good movement. Good pass by DeWanna Bonner. Good finish by Natasha Howard. I like Natasha Howard. I like her energy right now. She is not playing like an 11-year vet. I'm just saying that. Lexi Hole, make the shots when you get the shot. Make the shot when you get the shot, Lex. I don't need to see nothing else from Sophie. I don't need to see nothing else from Natasha. Nothing else from. I want to see more Dewana, but they trying to win this game, so it's 51 apiece. They just took the lead. 52.7 seconds left in the third. Let's see. Let's go back to game cast. Call overturned. 51-51. All right, let's see. You got 52 seconds left. All right, let's see. Let's go. Let's go. So what just happened? So they overturned the call. I'm confused. Okay, so Indiana challenged and got the call reversed. Oh, turn the ball right over. Good lord. Who's that out in front on defense for Indiana? Sykes takes three. Sykes can't hit jack. All right, 24 seconds left. They're gonna hit it two. Lazy passes, man. I see you, Lex. Oh, good rebound by Bonner. Good play. Good play. End of the third. That's good hustle and good play by Dewana Bonner. And then they lost the ball. 7.7 seconds left. That's it. So that's it. Nice. Nice. All right. Got that. I don't know what's going on here. How did you get into the WNBA? I always been turned off to the sport just because of the attitudes and athletes in the W. For me, this is a kind of a in-depth story. So here's the deal. Kelsey Mitchell plays for the Indiana Fever, played at Ohio State. Caden Clark broke her records in college, right? Um, Kelsey Mitchell is from my town of Cincinnati, Ohio. She went to my high school, Princeton High School in Cincinnati. Her father was a very good friend of mine and fraternity brother, and the reason I got into college at Eastern Kentucky. So I started watching the WNBA specifically to watch Kelsey Mitchell and to support. I've never even met Kelsey because he stayed in Cincinnati. When I played with the Eagles, I stayed in the area, so I didn't really get a chance to get home. And when I did get home, it's like I would see him at a football game or something like that. It would be him and his wife. I would get a chance to say what's up, but I never really had a chance to meet the twins, Kelsey and Chelsea. So then, of course, he went to coach with when she went to Ohio State. He coached up there. Um, and then, of course, she did what she did. Her sister got hurt, had a really bad knee injury. But Kelsey Mitchell kept breaking records. But long story short, I kept following Kelsey Mitchell. She went to the Indiana, and then I would watch to watch her. And I say it like that because I did not watch the league. I watched to watch her. Period. Fast forward 3 years ago, NCAA tournament, the women's tournament. I watched all the women's tournament games. That was when LSU won and the whole Angel Reese thing. So I watched that whole thing happen. Then the following year, I was watching Dawn Staley go undefeated, and I was really invested in that because I'm in the Philadelphia area. Dawn Staley's a Philly girl, that sort of thing. So it started with Kelsey Mitchell, and then of course when I started watching it, watching, and paying attention was when Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark happened. So, and then I'm only a second year fan. I'm only a second year fan. So I was invested last year. And this was my second year that I had been invested. When I say invested, I watch every game I can. I know most of the players. Um, I can pull players out of my head. I could not do that 3 years ago. So I like to say I'm an invested fan now. I'm gonna buy merch. all of that type of stuff. So the answer to your question is Kelsey Mitchell is why I watched the WNBA. DeWanna Bonner with the three off. Good rebound by Kelsey Mitchell. Gives it back up to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham's going to end up being the starter on this team. Um, good cut. Good move. Oh, you didn't finish. Kelsey, that was a brilliant move. You just should have put your feet on the ground and just finished the layup. That was a cool move, but too much heat on that layup and bounced out the rim. Damn it. Looked good, but you got to finish. Gustafson, good turnaround. Yeah, man, it's I keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm a, lifelong. I know a couple of players. I knew everybody knew Diana Taurasi. Everybody knew the one person I did kind of watch was Candace Parker when she came out of Tennessee. I did like to watch her. Um, I watched a little bit in the early years with Cheryl Swoops and Dawn Staley and Rebecca Lobo, and all of them came out after the Olympics because they were everywhere in the 90s. They were everywhere. So I watched a little bit then, but again, I wasn't invested. Philly, I don't even watch the NBA, to be honest with you. I don't even watch the NBA. After what happened to the Sixers and Joel Embiid, for me, it's hard to watch. I like to watch because of LeBron, because I'm from Ohio. But other than that, I don't even watch LeBron no more. LeBron or Steph, if Steph is shooting or something like that, the last NBA stuff I watched was really in the Olympics. But it's so hard to watch now with all the flopping and just not interested. Sophie with the three. One possession game. In the fourth. 8 minutes left in the fourth. Dolson is in there mixing it up. Yeah, man. Man, we was watching the Sixers when Joel Embiid won the MVP. But they just couldn't get over the hump, man. And he was always hurt. And it was always something. And then when this year happened, he got hurt early, never came back. And then Tyrese Maxey, things were trending in the right direction. Then he got hurt. So I'm with you on that one, man. I do not watch the NBA at all. Maybe I'll tune in to the finals, but I'm not gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch the highlights. I'm not interested. I like the WNBA and NCAA women's better than the NBA right now. Sophie Cunningham hit absolutely nothing. All right, y'all had the lead and then y'all gave it back up, like with the quickness. Timeout by Stephanie White. Three-point game with the quickness. And they missing two of their rookies. Yeah, that's when I grew up. I mean, in the 90s, I was in college. So uh, I watched. I was old enough to appreciate and be in awe of Magic and Bird and Clyde and Barkley. That was the heyday when Jordan first happened. I saw that. I grew up as that was happening. You know, I was born in 70, so I was 1980. I was 10 years old. So I was 8 years old when Bird and Magic happened. And I remember watching it and just everything was larger than life because there were no other options to watch. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have 30 million channels and social media. You didn't have all those other distractions. So it was this, and you appreciated them more. Now they're everywhere and you get sick of seeing them, and you get sick of seeing how some of them act. And, you really get to understand the personalities. And a lot of times you don't like it. Back in the day, you didn't have that nobody operated in that space. So you can have some of these athletes that were straight up assholes, but you would never know. That's why there's such a affinity for the old school athletes. The aura is still there because most people didn't know those athletes personally. Now, every professional athlete got a social media page, so you pretty much get a gist of their personality, their temperance, things of that nature. And you can go on somebody's Instagram or they, Twitter feed, and you can see a couple of posts and you're like, yeah, I'm not feeling him. We didn't have that back in the day. All we saw was what they did on the court. So there was a love affair with the athletes. That's why it was like that with the older athletes. The older athletes did a whole bunch of shit too. It's just we didn't go and tell everybody. With social media, that's exactly what these athletes do. They tell everybody what they're doing, how many kids they got, how many women they screwing, all of that type of stuff. There's no curtain anymore. They don't even have to pull back the curtain. It's just whatever they do, they want to tell everybody. So I'm not from that era. So yeah, it was a lot more enjoyable back then, man. So you didn't know everything. There's a benefit into not knowing every damn thing. Leave something to the imagination. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Joe Mama? Not surprised. I am very practical. I have a different perspective, being because I'm a former football player, former NFL player. My perspective is different. Preseason to me is nothing but practice. You just trying to see how preseason is the time to make mistakes. I'm not expecting somebody to drop 30 points in preseason. And if they do, it doesn't mean anything to me because it's preseason. You got vanilla defenses, everybody's trying things out. You don't the personnel is different, especially with the fever. Good pass. So everybody's trying to figure everybody out. So I mean, great question, but um it's just everybody trying to get a feel. You got to let the rooks, get their feet wet and figure out what they can do. It's like starting a new job. You nervous. You don't know everybody. You know them, but you don't know them. So that's what preseason is. Everybody's trying to get to know everybody. If you just using Caitlin Clark as an example, she got to know, well, how fast is Sophie Cunningham? How fast is Dewana Bonner? How much English do I have to put on the passes? Like, you got to know your personnel, and that's what they figuring out. Good game. I'll tell you what. I swear, if I don't see Kiki Iriafen dunk this year, I'm gonna be pissed. I was waiting to see her dunk for USC in the NCAA tournament, or at least during the season, and it never happened. And I was like, girl, you can take over a game. Just the mental toll of watching somebody dunk on you, and nobody ever did it. Nobody ever did it. So Ashlyn Watkins was dunking, then she got hurt. Kiki can dunk. She put out them workout videos, and then you never saw her dunk. Toby Fournier, she's a freshman. So, but I want to see somebody dunk, man. Brittany Griner did it in Unrivaled. Great. Do it here. Help, 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 help. All right, Kels. Damn, Kelsey is get back up. Good rebound, Aaliyah. Fix that ponytail. Help, help, help. There you go. So another one possession game. You get a little over 6 minutes to go. I'm behind. Ooh, good shot. Is that Sonia Citron? Woof. Sonia Citron lighting it up. Ah, unforced error. Who was that on Indiana's team? Just gave the ball away. Shit, man. Stop with the turnovers. Even in preseason, I hate that. NFL needs to get rid of preseason just like another dude. It's already coming, bro. It's already coming. We will have 18 games. We will have an 18 game schedule. It's coming. NFL is not going to pass up that money. All right. Who's going to hit the shot to take the lead? Come on, Kels. Take the shot. Lord have mercy. Um, yeah, but what's going to end up happening is if they do that, I think the CBA is going to say, if we give you another game, you got to expand the roster because that's just another opportunity to get hurt. You're going to have more injuries by proxy because you have more games. So the CBA is going to say, if we have to give more games, you got to give us something else on the back end. So either it'll be because you notice they've been raising the salary cap the last couple of years, but it'll be something to the effect of maybe you get an extra 2 or 3 players on the roster or something like that. So it's got to be a give and take. They're just not going to tack on another game. Do I have any of my NFL rookie cards? I didn't have any rookie cards. I wasn't that good. uh, after I'll tell you what, I'll show you after. I guess I got a couple of very few clips on YouTube. I got one set of clips that look absolutely horrible, but I do have a couple of just like 2 running plays that I managed to scrounge up from NFL films that look halfway decent. So, ooh, good move, Kelsey. Good move, Kelsey Mitchell. So if they go to commercial or something, I'll bring it up. Nah, man, listen, that's 17 games is a grind. When I played, it was 16 games. That's a grind. Like them games are rough, and now they want to add another one. Not to mention now they trying to go overseas every damn year. That is rough. So I know fans like it, but that's rough. Oh damn, what you doing? You supposed to cut. She just threw the ball away. These are most of the rooks. These are the rooks in there because it's gonna be a lot of. I find it funny with the WNBA. Um, all of the teams give they always release the statements on social media. Whoever they cut, they say thank you to that person. Thank you. That person mad as hell. Yeah, they got a lot of work to do, man. It's paper tigers. Indiana Fever got a lot of work to do. So you got 3 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left. One possession game still, and Mystics just got the foul. So I will show you this. Hold on. Give me a second. Bring it up. See if I can find it. What's up, Joe Mama? Thank you so very much for that. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I think she got hurt a little bit too. Um, it's a rash of injuries around the league. Let me see. I'm trying to find that clip, and I can't even. Hold on. It's in here somewhere. I know I got it somewhere. Nope. Here we go. Never thought I would see so many Coach Marcuses. All right, so check this out. Here we go. Uh, thank you again, Joe Mama. And here is let me see. Philly MM, do me a favor. Can you I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try to switch screens real quick. That was me. That was me. So as you can see, like that's old footage. But that's yeah, I'm trying to see if I had another one. Here's here's a pass I caught from Randall Cunningham. Again, sorry for the quality, but I played in the 90s before HD. This is a pass I caught from Randall Cunningham. What do you want me to say? 25-yard game. Thought I was gonna score. Not quite. So back in the day. All right, let's go back to the game. And saying channel actually doing about. Thank you. I appreciate that. Trying to build my following. Trying to build my following. So trying to do the right thing. You made some money on yesterday's games. Kelsey Mitchell. Good finish. She didn't get the foul though. I think they're gonna have another game in Australia because I know they signed that they signed a linebacker who's from Australia. Yeah, it's been crazy with the injuries this year in the W, just like a rash of injuries. Even with the whole situation with Caitlin Clark, it should have been a foul, Kelsey. I ain't. I'm should have been a foul, but they ain't calling them. Back with these refs. We'll see what they do. This early got a long preseason. All right, I can look at this shot right here, and it's I can see the three of y'all ain't gonna be on the team tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. We'll see what's gonna happen. Kiki Riafin misses. Khadijah Cave offensive rebound. Lucy Olsen misses the shot. Uh Jalen Brown gets the rebound. See if they can tie it up. I could do a little something, Philly. I could do a little something. I could tote that rock a little bit, man. Them days are gone, man. I did yard work today, and I'm about died. Thought I was gonna die. All right, come on, let's get some defense. Let's get some defense. Good rebound. Ah, they didn't get the rebound. There we go. That was Jalen Brown. Sophie gets it to Aaliyah, who kicks it back to Sophie. She's trapped in the corner. 8 seconds on the clock. Somebody better shoot the ball. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Jalen Brown hit all 24 feet of air. Golly. Yo, I say this a lot. That's my only regret. Like, that's my only, like, real jealousy of this era of sports. Everything is in 4K, everything is crystal clear. I got stuff that was shot on super VHS and reel to reel. So we don't have that. We didn't have that luxury. Make the shot, Lex. Off. Oh God. Well, they couldn't hit a mirror in the bathroom right now. Good Lord. Sophie Cunningham got a foul. Yeah. Yeah, man. That 4K thing, man. The quality, like you saw it. That's just, these kids these days, they lucky. Everything is crystal clear. Oh, they tired now. She's scared to shoot. Good hustle, Lex. She reached around and just tied up the ball. Good hustle on that. That's a hustle play right there. The girl had the ball low. Lex reached around and just tied up the ball, and she couldn't bring the ball up. 33 was scared to shoot. Should have shot the ball. Try to get it inside and just got low on it. Was that on Kiki? Let's see if they can pull this one out. Down by 6 now. Well, clearly they didn't make the shot going back down the court. All right, this game's off. I'm about to get something to eat, and then I'm gonna come back with my plate, and then we're gonna talk about post game. I'll be right back. I'm gonna keep the stats up though. I'm gonna be right back. And I'm back. Ugh. There we go. Had to give me some nourishment. But all right, where we at? We got a minute left. It's still a 6-point game. So in the 30 seconds it took me to get a bowl full of something, nothing has changed. Oh, Philly, bruh. You already know, dude. Them TVs was something back in the day. Now you can get them for $300 at Walmart. Yeah, 10K was 10K. Facts. All right, come on. Good move. Can't finish. Bad call. That was not a foul. That was a good block. That was a good block. Philly, can you hear the game noise? The television noise? Yo, Philly, I like to tell people I graduated college in 93. I graduated college before Windows 95 existed. All right, they pushing it. They might try to get it. Might try to win this game. Might try to win this game. Let's see. See what they can do. We got 30 seconds left. One possession game. Hmm. Lexi makes both free throws. All right. Fever got the rebound. So we got 9 seconds left, one shot. Sophie got fouled. So Sophie Cunningham can tie the game. All right, Sophie Cunningham ties the game. 9.5 seconds left. They brought it back. Nice. Good game by Sophie, man. Sophie and Natasha Howard they are the standouts in this game. Nice. I like that. She got a hustle about her, so I'm digging that. So we got 9.5 seconds left. Mystics are on a timeout. They're gonna get the ball back. Sophie makes two clutch free throws to tie the game. All right, let's see what they're gonna do. Overtime. Overtime game. 71-71. Nice. All right, we go into OT. See what the defense was. Again, I'm a little bit behind. Oh my God. How did the Mystics miss both of those shots? They had every opportunity to win this game and they couldn't. They just didn't make the shot. You had an easy layup. Go up with it. You got scared. Got cold feet. Dude, you talking about making a phone call. Remember back in the day when you got your first girlfriend and you would have the phone stretched all the way in the other room? That was how your mom knew you was talking to a girl. All right. Need this under. What's the under? I don't bet. I don't bet too much. I don't bet at all. So over under, dude. I'm a former player. Did they win or did they lose? That's the only thing that matters to me. I don't understand the overs and the unders and all of that shit. All I know is if the team can win, but if they don't win by enough points, you lose your money. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, they're talking about Grant Hill. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, see what they can do. Not looking good for you, Eric. What's your bet? What's the over and under? Explain it to me. I don't get it. Especially when does something different happen because they in overtime now? Like I don't understand how that works. All right, we got Philly. I'm with you on that one. I hope they don't. I don't think they're going. I don't think they're going through with the initial plan. I think that whole thing was a ploy to get them to build a new stadium uh, where they are now. I think that whole setup with the stadium in the middle of the city and getting rid of wiping out Chinatown and all of those businesses that have been there for decades and generations. I think all of that was just a ploy. All right, Indiana takes the lead by two. 3:55 left in OT. Sophie Cunningham is the de facto player of the game today. So nobody wants. Oh, I needed the total points for the game to be under 147. Yeah, yeah, you cook. They're going into OT because right now they at what 145, 144. Yeah, you probably cooked, bro. Good shot. 1 point lead. Just under 3 minutes left. Off. Woof, way off. Good grief. Boy. Damn. She hit it. Now, see, here's one of those back and forths. And again, let me just keep it a buck. Here's one of these back and forths where it'll be somebody that's new to the WNBA, and they'll see that sequence back and forth, and how we just saw two air balls by both teams, and then they'll be like, "Oh, this is some bullshit." That happens. Oh, Cuddy, Sophie, take the shot, baby. Philly, listen, bro. I played in the vet, so I don't want to hear nothing about bad stadiums, bro. I played in the worst. Yeah, I love the vet too. It's just that turf was terrible. That turf was brutal. I see you, Lex. All right. Ah, she couldn't finish it. Good steal. Jalen Brown, get up. She gets the foul. Nice. They got all of the subs in. I think the only starter in there is Lexi Hall. Everybody else, they got Jalen Brown. Um, yeah, it's preseason. It's preseason, King. Relax. It's preseason. Not that they playing bad. It's just it's preseason, so it is what it is. All right, minute 31 left. Baby mama gonna be pissed with you. Can't afford the diapers this month. Should should have took the over. That's why I don't bet, bro. Good defense. Get off the floor. Get off the floor, Sophie. Let's go. Jalen Brown with the jumper. Nice. Minute six left. 4 point, 5 point lead. Nice. Another shot clock violation. Indy bringing it back. All right, all right. Sophie Cunningham is balling today, man. Go ahead on, Sophie. She said, "Y'all gonna learn today." Sophie Cunningham with 21 points, 8 rebounds. Lexi Hall with 13 points, 5 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell with 12 points, a lot better in the second half than she was in the first half. All right. Let's go back to I think the Fever might take this. They just got another foul. Good job by Michaela Timpson. Three seconds left, 5 point game, and that's the end of it. Indiana wins 74-79. That's a wrap. All right. Good game. Fun game in the second half. Give me 1 second and I'll be back. And we're gonna start like a little post game show. So wow, that last sequence was ugly for Indiana, but so that is ball game. That is ball game. All right. All right. All right. Phew. All right, let's talk about it. Let me see something real quick. Let us talk about it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do a quick intro, and then we're gonna get right back to getting right back. I gotta update my intro. I gotta update, and you'll see it when you see it because it's got a lot of Super Bowl stuff in it. Because I'm a former Eagle, but I gotta do redo the intro to add more WNBA stuff. So
get ready for the show. It's about to begin. Pro fan talk when we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, keep it real. Touchdowns on liquid air on and slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout.
yo, 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 we back, we back, we back. Good game, good game. 74-79 is the final. Um, they found a way to win. Sophie Cunningham, she had herself a game today. Um, she had a great game today. Sophie Cunningham, let me see. About a little bit. Uh, Sophie Cunningham. She had herself a game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Go to the box scores. All right, Dewana Bonner played 27 minutes. She had 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 assist. Natasha Howard, who I really liked her minutes, 11 and 8. She's gonna have a lot of double doubles this season. I see that happening. Natasha Howard looked good. Um, she did not look like an 11-year vet. Let me say that. 11 points, 8 rebounds, 4 for 11 from the floor. Aaliyah Boston had 7 points, 8 boards, 3 assists. Aaliyah Boston was passing the ball pretty well today. She had 3 really good passes. So um, Sydney Colson didn't do nothing. She played 15 minutes, 0 for 2. Kelsey Mitchell came on in the second half, 12 points, but she shot horribly in the first half. She ended up 4 for 17 from the floor, only 2 for 10 from 3. And that's the key right there. You got to be able to make your shots when you get them. But it's preseason. We already know. Brianna Turner, 14 minutes, did nothing happen. No points. 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Michaela Timpson, 4 points. She played 9 minutes. 4 points, 2 rebounds. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 1 for 2 from the floor. Yvonne Ejim, she played 5 minutes. Nothing happened. Sophie Cunningham, obviously, player of the game, 34 minutes, 6 for 11 from the floor, 2 for 6 from 3, 7 from 8 from the free throw line. She had 21 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Jalen Brown played for 15 minutes. She had 2 points, 4 rebounds. And Lexi Hull, 13 points. Lexi Hull played 33 minutes, 13 points, 4 steals, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. So Lexi Hull had a hustle game today. She definitely had a hustle game today. So pretty daggone good. But you're going to see a lot of flighty play. I don't put too much into it. For the first preseason game, there's a lot of jitters. A lot of these players are in a new team, new position, new experience. So I don't really put too much into it. I like some good things. I didn't like some other things. I think Dewana Bonner, she's not the best passer. She missed a couple opportunities, but it's preseason. You're still learning your personnel. You're still learning who can do what and when. You're learning the speed of your teammates. What are their tendencies? What are their tells? What do they like to get the ball? You know, so you figuring out different things like that. So it'll get better. They pulled this one out. They brought it back. Washington was giving them the business in the first half. And in that third quarter, 19-13, they beat Washington in the third quarter. And then they took it to overtime and they made it happen. They beat Washington 8-3 in overtime. So, no. You already know, dude. Preseason is exactly what that is. It's practice. It's practice. It's full speed practice. So we're gonna see what goes on. Like I said today, when the news came out about Caitlin Clark being injured and not playing, everybody lost their shit. And they play it like it's what are they gonna do now? But that's the nature of the beast when you're playing professional sports. Injuries happen. And why would I want to see Caitlin Clark in a preseason game? If she ain't got to play in one preseason game, I'm good with that. Just make sure she's good for the season. That's where it matters. The rest of this is nonsense. She'll get enough practice in. She's ready. So that's just the story that social media wants to jump into. Everybody wants to clickbait. Everybody wants to be the exciting title, and I understand that. I'm guilty of that. But the reality is, Caitlin Clark had a lower leg injury, and they were being cautious. The face of the franchise is being cautious. That's what was happening. So just relax. So we're good. Mystics look pretty good. They couldn't seal the deal down the stretch though. But again, same thing I said about Indiana. It's preseason. It's preseason. Look at all these people on the bench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the bench. It might not be 12 people during the season. So Brittany Sykes She had 18 points. Sonia Citron had 15 points. Good game for Sonia Citron. She looked good. She looked good. Ashton Prechtel. Is it Prechtel? 19 minutes. Who played the most? Kiki Iriafen had 16 minutes, 7 points, 5 boards. Okay. 4 turnovers, though. Lucy Olsen played 15 minutes. Jade Melbourne played 22 minutes. And Brittany Sykes, she played 21 minutes, was the leading scorer. Stephanie Dolson had 10 points, played 23 minutes. So, and of course, Georgia Armour was out. Shakira Austin was out. Aaliyah Edwards was out. So, listen, I like the Aces, man. I like the Aces. I want to see what they're gonna do. I still believe that Asia Wilson is still the best player in the league. Although she's not the face of the league now, she's still the best player. That was a big discussion last year, and people get that mixed up. Just because you're the best player in the league does not mean you are the draw for the league. It's just not. Caitlin Clark came in and eclipsed everybody. That still does not mean that Asia Wilson is not the best player. With Fee Collier right there after her. Asia Wilson is 1 and Fee Collier is 1A or 1.01. They are the two best players in the league. So, but you couldn't, Caitlin Clark came in like a force, and the visibility and the fandom that she generated and garnered, you couldn't ignore that. And I would tell people all the time, two things can be true. Asia Wilson is the best person in the league, but she is not the biggest draw. So it is what it is. But I think Aces are going to be good this year, and I think Asia going to have a chip on her shoulder. So because they kind of blew it down the stretch last year, and they learned some lessons. They got rid of a couple of pieces, so we'll see what they're going to be doing. Very interested to see how the Valkyries look. I want to see how they play this year. But good start. Good start. Yes, I'm happy because the Indiana won, but it's a preseason game. I'm not getting too crazy with it. Not getting too crazy with it. So we'll see what's going to happen, man. We'll see what's going to happen. But I'm glad it was a good game. I watched the Sky game yesterday. Angel Reese had a good game. I believe she was 15 and 12. But they were playing against Brazil. Not too much competition. Camila Cardoso had a good game. And again, same thing with the Sky. They just feeling each other out. They're just trying to find out who their teammates are and what they're trying to do. Yeah, Joe Mama. This is since I'm in the Philadelphia area, the immortal words of Allen Iverson. We talking about practice, because that's all this is. That's all this is. I don't think fans do not give enough credit or attention to knowing your teammates and getting comfortable with your teammates. They say it now like it's a passing thing, and it's like the relationships you have with the people that you are on the court with are paramount. You have to get that, and that's in any sport, with the exception maybe of baseball and something like tennis and golf, where it's more of a solo sport. But basketball, you look at team sports, basketball, hockey, soccer, field hockey, football. You need to be in tune with your teammates. You need to know what they're going to do before they do it. And that takes a long time. And the teams, you'll notice, the teams in the league that have that type of relationships, I'm expecting Caitlin Clark to be better. I don't think Caitlin Clark is going to score. She'll be a more efficient scorer this year, but she's going to be a better passer this year. Her assists are going to go through the roof. And this is my prediction, her points, she won't score as many points. Her turnovers will go down. Her assists will go up. That's what I think Caitlin Clark is going to do this year, because she's going to have the legs. She beefed up a little bit. So that's why I say she's going to be She's not going to score as much, but she's going to be a much more efficient player, and she's going to be dishing out the passes. And with what I saw from Natasha Howard today, I'm impressed. I like Natasha Howard right now. Calling me a fan. I like what I saw from her. So I like her. Always like Kelsey Mitchell. Dewana Bonner, she is a very athletic big down there. Aaliyah Boston's going to give you what she gives you. She's going to have some good days and bad days in some paint. Um, and y'all know how I feel about her rebounding skills. If you don't, let me tell you. Aaliyah Boston is 6'6", right? 6'7", 6'5". Aaliyah Boston is 6'5". Nobody that big, especially in the women's game, should bring down a rebound and hold it like they're trying to hand out a loaf of bread or hand out a Christmas turkey. My gripe with Aaliyah Boston, I like Aaliyah Boston, but my gripe with her is that she does not rebound like somebody her size. In my opinion, I would want her to be a little bit more physical. Having said that, I am well aware that that is a personality trait. That is a personality trait. If you don't have that type of dog demeanor like that, not saying that she's not aggressive, but you understand what I'm saying. That like goes for everything. You got to have an attitude like you small. Look at some of them small guards and how they attack because they used to people picking on them because they small. Aaliyah Boston, in my opinion, she has what I call big girl's disease. Big girl's disease is she's always been the biggest girl in the gym. So when she was playing with other girls, other women, she was always the biggest, so didn't have to jump and, you know, didn't have problems bringing down rebounds. And now you come to the WNBA where they fight you for that, and people snatching rebounds from her. And I'm like, why are they doing that? So that's my rant on Aaliyah Boston. I still like Aaliyah Boston. Don't get it twisted. I like Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin Clark becoming Jason White, Chocolate Williams. Most want to see her scoring like Curry. I'd rather have a mix of both and win. I agree. I want to see her scoring. However, with the new additions on her team, you saw what Lexi Hull did today. You saw what Sophie Cunningham did today. That is a viable option for Caitlin Clark that wasn't there last year. Do you want Sophie Cunningham or do you want Erica Wheeler? Do you want DeWanna Bonner or do you want Nalissa Smith? So you have better scorers on the court with you. So, and that's why I say her assists are going to go up, but I don't think she's going to, blow everybody out of the water scoring. And that's okay. That's okay. Because if she's doing these double doubles where she's having 15 points and eight assists, you get 16 points and assists that you're responsible for. So I'm good with that. It all comes down to how it manifests on the court. That's what I want to see, how it manifests on the court. And I think she's a little bit more comfortable with Aaliyah and Kelsey and Lexi, but now she got these new people on the team that she got to understand what their capabilities are. And I think when she does that, because they're not playing 11 games in 20 days again. They're going to have some rest. She's going to have her legs about her. She didn't have to play an NCAA tournament and go all the way to the finals. And then 2 weeks later is in the draft. Like, she got some rest. That's why I'm so glad she didn't play an Unrivaled. I think she just needed the rest. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm just happy that the season has started. And I'm ready to get it on and popping. So we'll see. My wife just sent me a picture of my grandson and his Aunt Nova, the dog. That's a cute picture. But yeah, man. So yeah, we got we in good shape. We in good shape. Indiana's in good shape. Everybody's looking good. There's not really too much to go off of. Um, the one thing I would go off of today's game is Sophie Cunningham has come to play ball. Natasha Howard has come to play ball. Lexi Hole was as advertised. That's what I expect from Lexi Hole. She's gonna hit a three every now and then, um, but she's gonna give you those hustle plays. Sophie Cunningham, I like the moxie, I like the attitude. We knew what she had with that attitude before she came, and she's living up to the hype. And on top of that, she put in 21 points. So I'm good with that. So Sophie Cunningham, Michaela Timpson, need to see a little bit more from her, but that will come. That will come. So Brianna Turner, want to see a little bit more from her. Um, so yeah, didn't really pay attention to Sydney Colson. But yeah, Natasha Howard, I'm impressed. Sophie Cunningham, I'm impressed. So just from what I saw, I'm not going to get into what I saw from returning players. I'm looking at the new players. That's who matter right now. So the things that I've seen, I liked. And we're going to see more of that. There's going to be a different, my favorite player the next time they play. So I wish they had at least 4 to 5 preseason games so we can really fill out these rookie games. Now you talking about RC, you talking about basketball or football? If you're talking about basketball, they got how many preseason games they got? I thought they had more than that. I guess I'm wrong. I don't know why I thought they had more games than that. Huh. But it's all good. It's all good. My little boy. That little boy is so cute. He is too cute. Ugh. My great grandson is the shit. Look at that boy. Look at that face. That's my dog. But anyways, yeah, it was a good game. I liked it. Like what I saw. Preseason. I thought RC. I thought they played more. That's just my mistake and me not paying attention. I thought they played more games than that. I don't know why I thought they were playing like 9 or 10 preseason games. My mistake. 5 is enough, to be honest with you. So 5 is enough. I think that's fair. Because all of the practice they doing and stuff, it's yeah. So Bob Paranoiac, 6'5". Who was 6'5"? Oh, that's when I was talking about Aaliyah Boston. Yes. Yes, fair analysis. Thank you. Thank you. I said that last year. I like Aaliyah Boston because some days she goes nuts. She goes ham. And other days, it's like, who taught you how to rebound? Who taught you how to rebound? This is how you bring down the rebound with your elbows out. She brings down the rebound like she's trying to moss somebody in the NFL. And I hope she worked on her dribbling. Let me say this out loud. Aaliyah Boston, I love you, but I hope you worked on your dribbling because when you get down in that paint and you dribbling the ball, when you take more than 3 dribbles, you are actively looking at the ball and not where you got to go with the ball. And you always get yourself in trouble because they attack you while you have the ball low. You can't use your size to an advantage because you dribbling and you're looking at your dribble. That's just not being a good dribbler. And you're not supposed to be a good dribbler because you're a 6'5" big. So I understand it. But how the games progress and how they flow on, that's something that you should be working on. But like I said, some days she goes ham and some days she's quiet. So we'll see. So Keith Porter will fix Boston's problem. I hope you're right. I hope you were right. So Philly is not, I don't say it's wasting. It's not wasting. Like I said earlier, this is an attitude issue. She is not, I'll give you a good example. Remember last year when Kennedy Carter hip checked Caitlin Clark? Aaliyah Boston was right there. If Aaliyah Boston was about that life, she'd have been up in Kennedy Carter's face. She ain't about that life. And that's okay. That's not her personality. So I'm not expecting that from her. But that translates into how she plays the ball and how aggressive she is pulling down rebounds. I like people to pull down rebounds like Dennis Rodman back in the day. Like just go crazy with it to the point where people don't want to be around you because you flailing and stuff and they scared of you and you get every rebound. That's kind of what Angel Reese was doing last year. Angel Reese was so quick, and Angel Reese is underappreciated for how good she is at getting position under the basket because she's only 6'3", and you going up against girls that are 6'5", and she is out quicking them to get position. And she's using her speed, and she can jump pretty well. She doesn't get enough credit for that. Angel Reese is the best in the league in getting herself in position to get rebounds. Now, people bitch about her missing her own layups and all that type. I'm like, I don't care, because if she missed her own layup and she got her own rebound, that means somebody on the other team was sitting right there watching her do that and didn't bother to try to get the rebound. So you know what? That's her ball. Y'all can bitch about that if you want to. But guess what? Ain't nobody stopping her. So I want to see what they're gonna do. Yeah, Sophie and DB are about that life for sure. For sure. But like I was saying, this is prime example. This is what I mean when I say you gotta know your personnel. You gotta know your personnel. Now, would that have happened if instead of Aaliyah Boston, that would have been Sophie Cunningham or Alyssa Thomas? Or no, because they have that attitude. They got that fight attitude. And Aaliyah Boston does not. So you just got to know your personnel and you got to put the people in the right places. If you want somebody to protect Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham was the one to get. DeWanna Bonner will, as you saw today, she'll get in your face and talk a little smack too. So it's, you don't deal with people, you deal with personalities. So I really did not like NaLyssa Smith's offense. However, NaLyssa Smith could rebound the basketball. She could jump. She would go up with that one hand and snatch the ball down. Snatch the ball down. That is what Aaliyah Boston does not do. She does not snatch the ball down. I've seen too many times where she brings down a rebound and somebody will steal it out of her hands, and she's got two hands on the ball. That means you're not applying any grip to the ball. So that's a technique thing that can be learned. That can be learned. So, but yeah, NaLyssa Smith used to go up and she used to crank down them rebounds, and couldn't nobody mess with her when she was in the right spot. So, so let's hope that gets a little bit better. Let's hope that gets a little bit better. So, but I think the Fever are fine. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. They're not world beaters yet. This was the first preseason game. They got some things they need to work on. They're not all world. Chicago's got some things to work on. They're not all world. Brazil was not a very good team. So I don't know how much work they got out of that. This was a better game. This was a better game for Indiana than the Sky had playing Brazil. Brazil was not a very good team at all. So I don't know how much work they got out of that. But it is what it is. I know they got some more games, I think, today. Ow. What is the schedule? What's the rest of the schedule? Let me see. All right, Saturday, May 3rd. Okay, so today's the only game. So today was the only game. And tomorrow, Indiana plays Brazil, that team that Chicago just played, and Connecticut plays Seattle. So is Dominique Malonga playing? That's the only reason I want to watch Seattle. I will watch Connecticut because I want to see. Let me see. I want to see Connecticut. Sanaya, where's Sanaya Fagan? No, Sanaya Fagan is in LA. Anissa Moreau is in Connecticut, but did she get hurt too? Yeah. Diamond DeShields and Anissa Moreau's out. Damn. Well, so I guess we won't be seeing that. So who's the roster for Connecticut? Lindsey Allen, Yvonne Anderson, Caitlin Bickle, Camilla Bukowska, Tina Charles, Diamond DeShields, Kariata Diaby, Madison Hayes, Layla Lacan, Marina Mabry, Rhea Marshall. Rhea Marshall, I do want to see Rhea Marshall. Anissa Moreau, she's out. Olivia Adoda. Did I watch? She's from UConn. Okay. Okonkwo. Okay, okay. So Sanaya Rivers. Is she gonna play though? Because I know her mom just passed away. JC Sheldon. I like JC Sheldon. So okay, okay. We can watch. We can watch. Camilla Borkowska, 6'7". Definitely want to see her. Where is she from? She must be a international player. Where is she from? Experienced rookie. She must be an international player. All right, I'll be checking her out tomorrow. Listen, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. That was fun to watch. I'll probably be putting a little bit more content. I'll probably put out a video later on tonight. It's 4 o'clock, so yeah, I'll probably have another video, probably around 7-ish. And then, of course, me and Tone get together tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. So for the Eagles, our Eagles show. So, but I'm gonna get out of here, man. Listen, I appreciate everybody in the chat. Bob Paranoiac, I appreciate you. RC, Philly MM, Joe Mama, really appreciate the super chat. RC, everybody in the chat, man, I appreciate y'all. And keep tuning in. Also, let me do this. Because I figured this out. I didn't realize it. It used to be when you hit subscribe and you hit the notification was kind of by itself. Now it's not. Now you got to hit the subscribe and click that little drop down. And you got to make sure that the black is on all, not personalized. You got to make sure it's on all. So what that means is anytime Pro Fan Talk puts out any content, you'll get the notification. So make sure you know about that. All right. And make sure you hit the like buttons before we get up out of here. And I'm about to go eat some more food. And I'm done with my yard work for the day. I wore myself out. That's what happens when you get old. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, man. All right. Y'all have a good night. And I will talk to you later. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.